Alright! Yo, yo, yo! Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy, DRP Gab. Back at it again. Today we're gonna be trying the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Don't know what to expect. Just got the game, so... Heard it's kind of stupid and funny, but it can be kind of, annoying too sometimes, so... Really don't know what to expect, but let's just hope it's a cool and chill game. Yeah, that's it for now, to be honest. I know some people are going to be watching this live after it's done. That's completely fine, as long as you're watching it. Alright, let's begin the game. Yes, sir. The end is never. The end is never. The end is loading. Never. Click.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
I was gonna say, dude.
Was happy.
Yeah, I don't believe that. You really don't
And
believe
then one
that,
day,
chat.
something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
What may
He
that
had
be?
been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. Oh. So we are Stanley. Oh, this is...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's the meeting room?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh, okay, dude. Sorry, man. Whoa. I'm just kidding. I'll stop. New. Okay, doesn't seem to be much. I guess that should be the meeting. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Got it. Okay, so far it's pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie, it's not too crazy, to be honest. Okay, there you go.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a
Tips
wave
for
of
not...
disbelief,
Oh, sorry.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a sleek blue graphic in the header. And throw some bavel on all the text. This will ensure a calm and productive environment. Everyone is unique. You most of all. I mean... Sure. Numbers of slices on this slide. Charts. Slides. Chart and slides. Yeah, okay, I'll leave. I actually forgot what I have to do. Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, No path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
All right. Woo! It's like a flashbang, dude. Dang. Oh no! In the boss's office!
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
That's
what
a
he could
big-ass
not have known
office.
was that the
Dang,
keypad
bro,
behind the
what?
boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
So
So the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Huh. Dude, you literally just said the code. What is you on about, bro? Like, what? Alright, okay. Pretty chill, pretty normal, I guess. I don't know. Pressing down the button, going down. Loading, 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 loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Yo, what is this place?
Stanley
That's
walked
not
straight
a
ahead
normal.
through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yo, hold on. I don't know where to go now. Escape or mind control? Yeah, no, it's alright, I'll go. It's telling me to go, so I think I'll just go.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Wow.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I think I did, yeah. Just pressing keypads on the keyboard. I think I'm strong enough for that. The cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
247. Hold on. He was 247. Let's check which one it is. 247. I think that was 247. I think that's it. Okay, that's odd. Anyways,
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
yeah.
It was unthinkable.
Unfortunately, it happens
Wasn't
more
it?
than we think,
Was it
so
even
that's
possible?
kind of sad.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
So I'm
And
trying
as
to like
the cold
spam
reality
click,
of his
oh,
past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Huh. Okay. Mind controls idle, awaiting input. Okay. Let's see it. Off. So what just happened? I turned it off. What do I do now?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Yo, this can't be it. Hold on.
And yet, even
wait,
as the
he
immense door
escaped!
slowly
Yes,
opened,
yes!
Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I wonder if we do not listen to this guy, something's gonna happen or not.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
All right.
And Stanley was happy.
Let somebody beat the game. Complete. Yo, there no way I just spent that. Wow, okay. The end is never. The end is never. The end is loading. Never. Huh. And I'm back. Shit. So,
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
yo, why is homie walking so fast?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yo, no. Go to the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Oh,
Perhaps
okay.
he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
That is the
Stanley simply
saddest
stood here,
break room
drinking
I've
it all
seen.
in.
Wow, dude, I'm sorry if you have to work in this shit environment, man. Wow, that's kind of sad.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
And we're talking! Bro, nah, don't even start the shit talking, dude. I'm trying to, like, do something else, you know? Just trying to go somewhere else.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Yeah, I think we did.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Yeah.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
No.
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Yeah, I don't care about no woman.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who? Who has been waiting? I'm confused. What? Yo, what is this? Ah!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
No.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make it Stanley. To get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Yo, guys, you want to know something? It's been like 3 years since I was in a relationship with a woman. 3 years! It's pissing me off again with all that.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh, really? Gee.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Please, press P.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch.
Oh,
now
shit, I pressed
he's
it.
going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Please, no. Where's Q? Yo, chat, I'm gonna try to press every single button except this one. Yo, that's kind of weird though. Mannequin? Low-key kind of creepy? Oh, okay.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Oh, hey, spend time
So
with the boys.
he went further.
Hey.
He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
To prepare le dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
Okay.
Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested
what
he
is the
gets,
point,
the
dude?
more he forgets which life he's on. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
No, that's sad.
But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself?
Yep.
How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose.
Yep.
I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Okay, that was sad. That was extremely sad. Hold on.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Whoa,
Perhaps he had
whoa.
simply missed a memo.
Oh, because I'm pressing shift. Okay, I'll stop.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yep. Hold on. Can I go back? Come on. Wait, no. Yo, let's try to go for the escape.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to find whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Well, thank you very much. Let's see. We got cables. We got duct tape. We got wrench, we got fucking, I don't even know what that is. We got some parts, we got some things. We got the freaking, I can run around with this. Hold on, can I jump? Anything? No. Okay, we got a broom, we got a this, na.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No. Why the red lights?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Yep.
All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense.
Yeah,
and as Stanley
sure.
pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
Yeah, that's not
what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield.
Bro, what?
It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Where is this
Stanley
going?
is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
You're not, buddy.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay, so you turn to a guy collapsing on the floor and then you just... And then we're back at the office. Nice! Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hold on, how do I go there? Hold on, how do I go there? Okay. So, I was 427. Got it. Okay. That makes much more sense.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah, thank you, boss. So... If I go through here... I need a key card. Okay. Perhaps I can go there. Yeah, no, there's a way I can go there for sure. 100% sure. Yeah, for sure. Just I don't know how. Ah, come on, man. What is this? Wow.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Nah,
I'm not
buddy.
your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for
We
others?
got something new.
Are you
Good,
that
good,
convinced
good.
that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Nah.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me.
I have no
You see,
choice.
I
What do you
really
mean, bro?
wanted you to
What?
be happy all this time. The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
We'll see what happens if I just like keep on running. Don't stop. Okay, I think nothing's gonna happen.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Something, that's for sure.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this... No, wait. Where are you going?
No.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I don't care.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Oh! Okay, yeah, no. We're not, yeah, my fault, dog. I didn't know that was gonna be that. Yeah, my fault, bro. Alright, let me go back. Oh.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here. No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
I just want to piss him off.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
Alright, I'll come back, fine. Fine. That's cool.
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
One more time, what is gonna do? Let's actually jump. Let's actually see what happens.
No! Oh, thank God you lived. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me.
Well,
I can't
will.
go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Because it's funny.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
Okay, I
That
actually
you'll
feel
throw
bad.
yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Alright, let's give him a shot. Why not? I think he'll be happy like that.
Yes. Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Oh, that's my ambition there. We got no one watching. That's all good. That's okay. Game is pretty shit. And we're going back. I'm done.
No, perhaps not.
Oh well. Perhaps I just wanna bye-bye. Because there's nothing to do. What do you want me to do there? There's literally nothing. I wanna keep doing things, you know. I just wanna like move on, right? I just don't wanna stay in one place and do nothing. I wanna like explore this building, see the multiple endings we can have. And this, I think, is one. Bye-bye.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, shut up.
I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Yo, bro, sounds like very sad, but I don't care. What do you want me to do there? Just watch the stars. I can do that outside right now.
Is it over?
Yep.
It's going to restart, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
We're going back.
Yes. You got it, my dude. Why
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yo, what is all this? There's so much rooms I can go to. It's just I don't know how to access them. I don't know how to access like those rooms.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yep.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Alright, so we know
Perhaps
how
he
this
wanted to stop by
goes.
the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I thank you! Voila, bravo! Just bravo, wow. Just bravo, dude, bravo.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
What? Why is it changing now? Hold on, let me try it again. No, just kidding.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Bro, come on! I look so retarded. Yeah.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, so we're going back. Let's try the escape thing, see how it goes. Yeah, let's just see what happens.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay, there you go.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What do you mean,
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nah, I'm good. I want to see what it's
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death. As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of
what is that?
Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Yo.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What? Hold on.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh, okay, alright. Nature paintings. Yeah, sure would like to see that. Stanley's computer, okay. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first interaction. Yeah, guys, I'm interacting. Filing cabinets, interesting. Office computers. Wow, wait, what game is that? Don't know. Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard stroked and synthesized tone. Fault 36, Fault 31. Maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. There's no maintenance room. The office. Okay, I've already seen that. Is that like the... Oh, credits. Oh, shoot. Okay. Alright. Huh. Oh, shoot. Okay. Kevin Brightening as the narrator. Yes. Yes. And also, this is like a remaster of the original game. Boss's Office. Screens from the development of the Boss's Office. That said, it's like, what the heck? It's like, whoa, that's realistic now. So what is it?
You'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just gonna make this easy on you.
No, I'm good. Underground. An early version of the underground portion of the game. Oh! The lounge. Yeah, the shittiest lounge I've ever seen in my life. Extremely sad for a lounge. Extremely sad. I'm not gonna lie. Freedom Ending. This was the very first incarnation of the Freedom Ending in the game's alpha. Wow. Interesting. Countdown desk. Freedom Ending. Okay, one other desk from an early version of the countdown. Yo, there's so many endings I can do. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down, with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the two endings together instead. Huh. Countdown room. What? Okay, so we got that. This is huge. Oh! Okay, yeah, we got a ending now. One option, two options. Obey this. Vent. What about... What? Oh, shoot. Meeting room. Huh. Interesting, okay. What is that one exactly? That is... Zending levers. Those levers were originally part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color they had pulled. Wow. Zending model. The Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the 4th version of the ending. And we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon it and change it again shortly before launch. Okay. Zending. The screenshots depict an early version of the ending, known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Okay. The game is now paused. Begin the game again, resume the game options. Return to the menu. Escape menu. For a long time we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Yep. Can understand that. So let me go back. I'm gonna try this one actually. The apartment timer. Could be give that one a shot. What? Some people interpret it as making lectures, which was not our intention. Oh. That sure is interesting, but oh well. Who am I to judge? So he had said one day. Oh, sorry. Don't want to get copyrighted. Don't want to get copyright striked. Oh shit. Sorry for language. Let's see. Where was it? Yeah. Okay. There you go. Stanley Parable.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Okay.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Nah,
mean?
back to the normal
Stanley
narrator.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Narrator, I
missed a
did
memo.
not miss you, buddy. New content. Whoa, what?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Yeah, good question. What does it mean, new content? Yo, can I not go through here? Or what? I guess there really isn't much. What?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay, I guess this is where we stop.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yeah. Not moving.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go.
All right,
finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Yes. Love the attitude. Narrator?
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Yep.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Just gotta jump, okay? You got that. The jump circle. Aw, come on, dude. Okay.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
Yeah.
It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
Nah.
I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The
Nah,
Stanley
I'm good.
Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Okay.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley.
No, it's my
I built
fault.
up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
What?
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Okay. Okay. So far the
Okay,
content
you
is
remember
not...
how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got
Yeah.
me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
What?
I call it the memory zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
So don't wanna like upset anybody or anything, but I've never played the original version. Well, no, actually I did at a friend's house. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So far, I would say this is new content, I think. Wow. And that famous ending. Yep.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created."
Okay.
Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Whoa. Person of the year. Yeah, you can't even see anyone.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Dang, man, this game really has a story.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
That's weird, I guess. I mean, not that what Stanley wants, just a deluxe edition. That probably existed at some point. Who knows, right? Oh, maintenance room is open.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Yeah, let's just hope they were.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny.
Whoa.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't.
Well, the idea for the game is good. It becomes very repetitive and boring fast despite all the alternative endings. In-game cameos appearances.
My otherwise unimpeachable track
this game is titled thought-provoking, but you will get the idea. It tries to communicate pretty fast, and then it just...
Perhaps the Stanley parable.
And then it is just repeating the whole no choice of games. Thing is, over and over again, for somebody who prefers non-linear games, this preaciousness gets annoying fast, as it is neither a revelation nor very interesting. It is thought-provoking only in the first minutes. Okay.
What's this one got to say?
I get that it's supposed to be...
You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay. Skip button it is. Okay, quit. Okay.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flurry. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait. How do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I don't feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing.
Yeah, I'm speaking.
Would
Don't
you
worry about
think
it.
that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that... Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year.
A
Have you
year?
ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it
What?
for you. To begin with, there is only regret.
Shit, dude.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut.
Nothing once more. Pretty sad. So what? Just...
The end is never the end, 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 is never...
Whoa. What? Yo, where's the narrator at this point, dude? Oh shit! Yo! Yo, it's the outside world! No way! Hold on, let me skip. Yo, no, that's actually crazy though. No, what? There's life now in here? Yo. Oh, no, there's nothing? Come on, dude. What is that? Where are all the trees and stuff? Let me skip ahead one more time. Yo, at this point it's just like skipping, 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 and skipping. Oh, yeah, let's skip one more time. I don't like that. I really don't like that. Ooh, what the freak, man? Can't skip anymore. Okay. But I just walk, walking in the walking mall, through the shadow and the valley of stars.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Nuke! Nuke? Oh, no way!
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory will come with a fully-fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
What? No
Calling
way.
it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Huh. That's pretty cool. New content and stuff. The Stanley Parable 2. Makes much more sense.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
What? The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. So it'll say my name.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim. Sleeping and waking as Jim.
All right.
Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim. Seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim. And as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
Nah, I don't think
Let's
so.
take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all
Jim.
sense of who you actually are.
No! Hey! Come on, dude, I want it to be Jim! That's what it was for. Come on, dude. Yo, see, it can't even be Jim, dude. Can't even be myself, but I can't even be Jim as well.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Got the merch. Not bad. Please, no screenshots. That's Stanley, no way.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is. Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
No, come on.
Come now, you've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
Fine. Alright. Free new plus easy achievement. Can't believe it's that simple. Okay. Actually, no, I want to try out this, bucket of reassurance, I guess. Yeah. Let's try it.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on,
Sure.
give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
So what, I just sold the bucket now? Okay, that's great. Or, I don't know.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
No screenshot. Yeah, I've already been here. Let's see. The easiest. Yeah, I want to get rid of that bucket. I don't know, like, it's weird.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Yeah, it won't work. Okay. Alright. Well, thank you for lying to me, I guess. I don't know.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Can you find them? Can you find them?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
What's the point of collecting these then? Okay, collect them all. Can you find them?
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Exit. Let me go there. Actually. See how it is from somewhere else.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yep. Sure am.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Let's see it. Oh.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right. Take a look.
Shit, no way.
This is the story of a man. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
All the balloons.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up.
No.
Why was he not doing it?
Fine. Where's that bucket anyways? You know what? Nah, I'm not gonna pick it up. Alright, yo guys. It's starting to be hella boring for you guys. Not gonna lie, it's boring for me as well. I'm not speaking any much. Hold on. There's something going on real quick. Anyways, yes, so I'll be stopping here now. Almost been streaming for 2 hours. Gonna have to stop now. We'll continue tomorrow though. A lot more new stuff, as you can see. Yeah. If you guys actually watched the full ass stream, thank you very much. If you don't, that's fine. Today I think it was alright. yeah. So everybody, see you on the next